today, I'll just give you a brief background, how this presentation or the session is structured. So I do have a presentation with me, which is, kind of, which will be an aid as we, move ahead in the session. And so I'd like to kind of keep it interactive. There can be some questions to you, and which, any one of you can kind of unmute yourself and answer. You can even type it onto the chat window, whichever way is, kind of comfortable. So in today's session, there will be some stories about people who have been successful, in their life. And so what that they have done in order to achieve success in life in terms of achieving happiness. And towards the end of the session, we will be talking about, in terms of the first 90 days in the organization. So when you as a fresher join the organization, so what are some tips that, you as need to, take care of. And as we move towards the further end of the session, then there will be some, tips about how to live a successful and a fulfilling life, which will be there. So this is how the today's, presentation is structured. So what I will do is right now I'm going to share the screen of this PowerPoint, and let me see if I can kind of, make it full F5 and still if you are able to see it. So do confirm. Okay. So are you able to see this full screen, or you're only seeing the small one? If you can confirm. Anybody?
Only.
Okay, you're able to see the small screen. You're saying the small slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, all right. So let me just see if I can, kind of share the entire the full screen. If it is, I'll try it once more. And otherwise, we will continue with the smaller version of the slide which is there. Because as I enlarge it, and I will see if I can kind of. Okay, so let me now share the screen once again. Okay. All right. So can you see the full screen right now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can.
Very good. Yeah, sure. Thank
yes,
you.
Sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah. So please mute yourself. Thank you. So let us get started. Discover confidence with Dr. Subodh here. All right. So first of all, the question to you all: do you think that is language a barrier for success? Yes or no? You can just maybe give it answers like that. Like, do you think only English-speaking people can achieve success in life? If somebody knows Hindi or any other regional language or local language, can he or she also be successful? So yes, the question is language a barrier for success? Yes or no? You can unmute yourself and speak, because when we are sharing the screen, we will not be able to access the chat window. So meanwhile, if you can. Yes, anybody?
Yes. I think language is a barrier for
Yes, it may be, sir.
Okay, it may be. All right.
Depend on situation.
Depends on the
Yes,
situation.
sir, in one case, yes, sir, it will be, sir. Because if we want to express something, then it will be a barrier.
Okay, all right. Okay, so great. So good to know your inputs here. So what we are going to do right now, I'm going to break those barriers which you have in your mind. So the reality of the world is language is not a barrier for success. And for you, I'm going to give you a short story. When I was working with a company called as Manpower Group, that's almost a few years ago. So we were to hire, recruitment consultants for our team. So recruitment consultant is a person, he has to give a call to the candidate, tell about the job position, explain about the role which is there, and then convince him to kind of, take it for the interview. So we are a multinational, and then, we were looking for people who had good communication skills. Then I chanced upon a guy who was there. He was passionate about, recruitment. He had done the recruitment in the previous organization. And when he came for the interview, he said, sir, can I give my interview in Hindi? I'm not too much, good in my English language. I can explain better in Hindi language. So we gave him a chance and we said, okay, you go ahead and you give your interview in the Hindi language, because we did not want it to deter the language as a barrier for us to understand the candidate. So that is where, when we took his interview and we found him that he was, passionate about his job, his role and his work, and he could display that he had the skill, which is required for the role for which we were hiring in the interview. So thing is, we hired him, although it was a risk. The HR said, we are a multinational company, and so we should look at good communication skills. But then we did hire the candidate, and the reality, in fact, what happened was this person became one of the best performers in the organization. So dear friends, so this story I want to illustrate here that language is not a barrier for success. Yes, there can be some roles in which, let us say if it is a call center for English, then yes, you need to have the communication skills because that is the requirement of the job. But in otherwise, language is never a barrier. And the thing is, there is the time for you to kind of work on those barriers. If you think that the kind of job role, which you are looking ahead, if that language looks to be a barrier, then you have to work on that particular language and the skill and then go ahead. So I hope that brings this message that language is not a barrier for success. If you are determined, if you are passionate about what you do, then language will never become a barrier, for your success in life. Okay, great. So let us move on. Next question. Do you think passion fuels your growth? So how many of you agree to this point?
Yes, sir, I agree.
Yes, sir. I agree.
Yes.
Along with efforts is also important in order to achieve that.
Okay, great. Absolutely. So very rightly said that yes, it is the passion. Yeah. So you can kindly unmute yourself now. Mute yourself. Thank you. So yes, passion, does fuels your growth. If you look at all the people, who have been in this world, who have been so called as successful, because success is a relative term in a particular industry, in a particular context. So the thing is that yes, people who are passionate about what they do achieve success in life. And there are various examples if you just look at across the world who have been passionate. So as we'll move along the presentation, we'll definitely go ahead. Okay, so let us go ahead. All right. So the question to you all is the art of adapting and the art of being agile. So do you think what is agility and why do you think it is important in today's scenario? Anybody? What do you think by the word what is agility? What do you mean by the word adapting?
Yeah, agility is nothing but being flexible to each and every environment which we are there, adapting to that environment.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, if you look at excellent answer, very good, thank you. So, if you look at a chameleon which adapts to the scenario or the background according to the color, and that is why it protects itself, from being, kind of hunted. So, the art of adapting, and you have to be agile. So, whether it is the company you're working in, each company will have their own, culture, right? Even the bosses, when you have changed companies, there'll be different bosses. Somebody will be an autocratic boss, somebody may get a easygoing boss, somebody may get a people's person like that, somebody maybe be a motivator. So you can get different kind of the bosses or the managers which you will be getting. But the thing is, you should know how to adapt yourself according to the changes which is there. Your colleagues, so see, everybody has a brain and everybody is unique. I mean, the way we look at our fingerprints, so the way the mindset, so it's called as a mind print. So everybody is unique, everybody is different. So thing is, when you have to work with everybody, then you have to be agile. You have to keep on adapting. If you look at my story, I'd like to share here. So, I am a BTech in electronics and telecom. I joined the IT sector, worked in US for a few years, came back 5.5 years. Then the passion for doing a management degree, went into a B school. Then again, passionate for being a communicator, getting into sales and business development, joined a different sector altogether. And when I was moving ahead from an IT sector, people said, how can you adapt to the new sector? You have worked in IT sector for 5 years. Do you think you can? So there were many people who were, trying to pull at me and kind of, make it down. No, it's not a right decision. And it might come as a surprise for you that, I was there in the company which was hired me at the campus for 10 years. So that is the kind of thing. So the thing is, you have to believe in yourself. And that is where this confidence comes in. So if you are confident with yourself that yes, I am, I can, and I will, there's nothing in the world that can, stop you from achieving. But if you are not confident that, whatever decision you are taking, then even God cannot help you. It's always said that God helps those who help themselves. So it has to be you first. You have to be confident and you have to be agile. So you have to adapt to the changing, this thing. And obviously the transition was not easy. It is like, somebody who's a pilot and now you are saying that, okay, now, captain the ship. So that's the kind of a black and white change in terms of the skills, in terms of the knowledge. So when I joined the organization, even though I was experienced, have 5 years, but still I was learning from the people inside the company who were like 3 years experience or 1 year experience, because the skill set I had to, learn when I was joining a recruitment industry or an HR consulting industry. So the thing is, the message which I'm trying to communicate with my story is that you have to keep on adapting to the changing
There is
needs.
some disturbance with your voice here. Sorry for interrupting.
Okay, so is it not coming clear? Is it better now?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Okay, all right. So thank you for confirming. So the thing is that you have to keep on adapting, and this is my third industry. So having the the passionate for learning, then I started my doctoral program while working. It's like called as the PhD for working professionals, and then my transition to the higher education, where I am now working as a professor in a university. So again, that's a total change from the roles of sales, business development, customer relationship management, key account management. Even though the roles of when I work with the students, ultimately they are my customers. So sometimes the thing is, there's always a common thread of the learning that you will have. It will always stay with you. So thing is, you have to look at what are my learnings in terms of the skills and how I can apply those skills into my next role or my new role that is there. So that's the art of adapting. That's the art of being agile, and that is how we should be. Okay. So next slide, as you can see, the boy who made history by hitting the ball. Any guesses who I am talking about here? Can you name the person? Absolutely, absolutely. Sachin Tendulkar is called as the god of the cricket. 20 years he has been into the Indian cricketing team, and I'm sure that's the history which he has made. No person has been there for such a long duration, 2 decades in the Indian team. And when it was almost like 20 years, and when India won the World Cup, he was there in the team. And they kind of just imagine the dream which he had, and he had just one passion, what that was to hit the ball. Although he became an all-rounder, over the years, like we could see him, he was able to bowl well. He was good in fielding as well. I mean, that's the outer periphery of the outside the core skill. So one is the core skill you need to have. Let us say you're a good cricketer, you're a good batsman, and then on the periphery of this core, you need to have the other skills. Because if you're just a good batsman, but you're not good in fielding, you're not good in other skills, you cannot really be as a part of the team, because you need to have the all-round skills, because you have to contribute into the various aspects when you're there into the team. So that is one of the point which I am trying to kind of make it here, that do acquire the core skill. Let us say if you're a security domain expert, that is fine, but you need to have that all-round knowledge about the other areas in terms of the information technology, and you have to be aware about the other things which are happening in the world. So be attentive to the webinars, the learning, the seminars. Sundays you get time, or Saturdays it's an off. Learn, keep the learning cap on. So that's the boy who made history by hitting the ball. So that is the message which I want to give it to you here. Next, moving on to this slide, adversity creates fire to give the best. So I open it up to the students for you to kind of maybe unmute, and can you give me an example, somebody who had the adversity and that gave him the fire to him or her, and now he or she became successful? Anybody? Okay, so no problem. Just giving an example. How many of you watch Indian Idol? The music, show, the Indian Idol on Sony.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes, sir.
Great, sure, thank you. So thing is that crores of the Indians are watching this serial, this show, the Indian Idol, and as you can see the example of Savai Bhatt, the guy from a small village of the Rajasthan, and who used to go door to door, giving that Katputli, that thing presentation, all that, and then from where the roots he became, now he's a celebrity, right? He's among the top 10 contestants of the Indian Idol for the year 2021 season. So the thing is, adversity creates the fire. You're passionate about what you want to do and like that, and it does give you the fire to give the best. So especially the people coming from small towns, villages and all that, look at our president, late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. from Rameshwaram, a small village. Right now, we are so lucky enough to have the access to technology. Sitting at home, you can see me, hear me, and everything like that. I mean, just imagine when our late Abdul Kalam was born, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was born, and what kind of access to the things which you would have had. And still, he became a rocket engineer in ISRO, and he's the missile man of the country. And later on, he became the the president of India. So what an inspiration! In fact, I would suggest everybody to read the book called as Wings of Fire by our late president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So thing is that and he was passionate about always asking questions. The thing is, as a kid, there's always the questions like why the sky is blue, so you have why the earth color, why the grass is green. You have so many curiosities there as kids to all of us. But as we grow in life, the curiosity question really keeps on coming down. The thing is, you need to be very curious. Even if you look at the most successful chief executive officers of the world, they are curious to know. They're open for learning. They're open for the access to the new ideas coming in from the employees, and then they appreciate that and they go ahead and they just implement it. So thing is, adversity creates fire to give the best, and you need to keep on having that learning. You look at Indira Nooyi here. So Indira Nooyi, when she went to United States almost like 45 years ago, and this is a short story about Indira Nooyi, that she had her first, she was pursuing her this MBA program from a foreign US university, and she had to give her the first interview. So but she did not have the right attire, because obviously it was a paucity of the funds and everything. So she had that gum boots, and whatever way dress she had, she could dress, and she went for the interview. So can anybody tell what happened in her first interview? Do you think she qualified or she would have failed in the interview? Yes or no? Anybody?
I think she qualified.
All right. So thank you. So see, the thing is that the reality is the first interview, if you look at, she failed. And I'm going to tell you the reason why she failed. See, when we are in the college and every time it's always said that you have to have the right attire. You have to dress appropriately for the occasion. If it is an interview, you have to have the the proper dressing. So when she was not properly dressed, so it was not taken in the right spirit by her interviewers, and she failed the first interview. I mean, that's the story of Indira Nooyi. But then when she realized that this was the shortcoming in her interview, so she said, I could have maybe asked my friend to give me the attire. Maybe I would have taken, dress on a loan like that. So you have to look at for the solutions and not say, I don't have it. The question to you in the mind should be where I can have it, from where I can get it. What is the solution I can have? So be solution oriented. In today's world, managers like to have the team members or CEOs, they want their first line to be solution oriented people. You come to me with the problem, fine, but what is the solution you are bringing to me? That is the expectation in the today's VUCA world. Variable, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. So you need to be a solution oriented person in case you want to. And obviously she then, next interview she gave with the right attire and she was successful, and the rest is history. PricewaterhouseCoopers, 20-year almost stint with the PepsiCo. She became the global CEO of PepsiCo, finally the chairman, and that's the mentor and like that. So now she guides the even the CEOs, which is there. Now that's the kind of the success story of Indira Nooyi. The thing is, every one of us, has the potential to become one Indira Nooyi, to become one Sachin Tendulkar, to become one Amitabh Bachchan. You all have it in you. But the only thing is, do we access to that energy, and are we passionate about what we are doing? Do we have the right purpose of achieving what we want to achieve in life? So that is very important. Okay, moving on. Can you tell me the name of this person? What do you see in the picture here?
Narayana Murthy, sir.
Narayana Murthy.
Great.
Narayana Murthy, Sudha
Very
Murthy's
good.
husband.
Excellent answer here. So story about Narayana Murthy, Mr. Narayana Murthy. He started a company, Infosys, with just 10,000 rupees. And when his story is told in the US, it says $200. I mean, that anyways, he took his loan from his wife, Mrs. Sudha Murthy, to start his company. It's from a small garage.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thing is that he had the passion. He did work for a company called as Patni Computer System before starting Infosys. So he had the passion of building an ethical, information technology company for the country. He had a vision, to do big. He had a dream to do big. He had a dream to do something for the society, for the country, for the globe. And then he also got the right set of people with the right mindset. Mr. S. Gopalakrishnan, Shibu Lal, Nandan Nilekani, all these names and many others, a team of 7-8 people, he formed it together. Because the thing is, when you are a leader, you need to have the people along with you. See, as one person, you cannot drive the company. CEO is there one, but then you have the employees. You look at the multinational groups, Indian multinationals or the companies, you look at TCS, more than 4 lakh employees. Do you think only a CEO of TCS can run TCS? No. There are 4 lakh employees who run the organization. And TCS is one of the greatest contributor. Infosys, more than 1.5 lakh employees as of now. What a great organization with the ethics, with the integrity, he has made. And it's there on the world map. Putting the information technology, IT industry into the world map was the work done by this man. Kudos to him. And we should thank him to these all people who have made the country a great place and the name for the country. So can you be the next NR Narayana Murthy? That's the question. Okay, great. Moving on next. Question to you all. Just imagine if you don't have hands, you don't have legs, do you think can you swim in the water?
No. No.
Okay.
Yes, sir, we can if we have a spirit to
Yes.
move on.
Okay,
Yes,
great,
sir.
great. Sure, thank you. Thank you. Sure. Yeah, so very great, rightly said. So those who have given the answer, so yes is the answer. And yes, one can, if you do not have the limbs, hands, legs, there is a possibility. And in fact, I'm going to show you the next slide, the picture of the man who has done it. So this is the person called as Nick Vujicic, and he does not have hands, as you can see in the photograph. He does not have legs, and you can see in the photograph here, he is underwater swimming. He is, surfing. He is playing golf, and there is nothing, which he cannot do. In fact, he is one of the world's, the most known motivational speaker. He goes across the world, travels different countries. He has a book by his name, Motivation All About, and he has done it all. So thing is, his story is that, his childhood was not that much, easy. When he was a child, just imagine he was in school. He must have been, kind of bullied by the other, children. So it was really a tough thing for him. But then, the confidence, the support from the parents, and then he decided to be on his own. And the thing is, he's married, he has kids, he can do everything. So thing is, the barrier, the message, which I want to give you here is the barrier is always in your mind. It's just about the mindset. If you think you can, you will. But if the mind says, I cannot, then nothing can be done. So thing is, you need to be kind of having that confidence in yourself that yes, I can do it. I will do it. And that is this confidence you have to give it to yourself. So that is the next which I wanted to. Okay, so next slide is which says 10 reasons why you think you are very lucky. So you can think about the reasons now. I think with the kind of things we have talked about, why do you think you are lucky? So yes, anybody who would like to kind of contribute and say, why do you think you are lucky? You can give one points here. Yes, you can unmute and.
Just now we had seen about the Nick. He don't have a legs,
Yes.
and limbs and hands.
Absolutely.
We are having both the things,
Absolutely.
and we are in a place where our parents make us to educate and.
Right. Very right. The thing is, if you yes, go ahead.
We can see the lot of children who are from orphanages and they don't have parents, and they are having the right spirit and kind to be in a good place, but they don't have any opportunities.
Absolutely.
Such kind of opportunities what we have right now.
Absolutely. Excellent. So thank you so much. I think very excellent answer, given here. So, starting from the first point, in fact, point that you are alive is that you are lucky, because there are lakhs of people when you sleep, they don't wake up the next day. So there are various things, eyes you have, you can see, you can feel, touch, and all that thing. So all these things which are there, you have been educated, you have got the right education. People don't have access to water. People don't have access to food. People do not have access to education. So many things which they do not have. And in fact, you having being the education, giving the comfort of the home, parents, the support structure, the social structure, there is so much things which are there, which one can think, yes, that I am lucky. And this is the just 10 which I said. Even if I ask you 100, I'm sure you can write it down one by one, and you will, as on today, you will find there are 100 reasons why you think you are lucky in this world. Okay, all right. So let us proceed ahead. This photograph, can anybody tell what is this? If you can recall, anyone.
I think he's
Super
Anand
30.
Mahindra and the Super 30 Anand.
Absolutely. So Anand Mahindra and the person who has formed the Super 30. In fact, the movie has been made by this person. So, he is the person who basically does not charge, for training the kids for the IIT. So he takes a batch of 30, like he shortlists the, the students who are from very poor families who cannot afford, and he does funds it all. And so he's with Anand Mahindra, from the chairman Anand Mahindra Group, so which is there. And in fact, there's a movie by Hrithik Roshan. So in fact, I would always suggest to those of you who have not watched this movie, do go ahead and watch the movie. There's so much access right now with Netflix and Amazon Prime, which you have. It's a very inspirational movie. So thing is, this guy, even he was attacked. It's like a life-threatening situations like that. But the founder of the Super 30, he kept on with his vision that no, I am the one who's going to go ahead and achieve my purpose of doing that. So his story was that even though he was selected for a college in the say UK like that, but his parents could not fund that the amount to go to and like that, a ticket to go there. So thing is, he said, now my purpose will be to uplift the poor students in the lot who cannot afford to pay the fee to get trained to get into IIT. So that's the passionate and a very good mathematician, and yes, various subjects which are taught by him. And that's the thing. He does have a website also, Super 30. You can Google it up and see. Very inspirational. I'm sure you will love that. So this person, I'm sure you know that. Who's this? Steve Jobs. Yes, the founder of the Apple. So if you look at his own story, he died at a very young age. In fact, because of the cancer like that. But the story is that he was fired from the company in which he founded it, 1985. Then he started Next, which again was a total flop. He was hired back in Apple in 1997. And then when he launched this iPhone, the rest is history. iPhone, iPad, all those things, and series of the innovation, the entire world. People today use what was his innovation, and lakhs of users and like that. But he was passionate about technology. So again, that passionate commitment to work. So all these things you will see, which come into the people, who are successful. Okay, so Three Idiots, again, all about the passion. I'm sure you must have all watched the movie here. So if you're passionate about, the talk about this guy who was a photographer, loved photography, and then Amir Khan, how he helped his, the friend, and how does the pressure of education, kind of led his friend to, trying to commit suicide, and again, he coming back to his own thing, coming back again. So that's again a story of motivation. Even if you look at Amitabh Bachchan, he's a multi-skilled actor, talented. At the age of 77, he does films, right? I mean, that's the kind of the continuity which you can see. 50 years of Indian cinema, and still this guy, he keeps himself updated, and every time, he's so much passionate. And you just think, 50 years of his being into the industry, he's always on time. He never lets anybody wait, even though he knows that he's Amitabh Bachchan. The entire country, 130 crores, all followers of him, and that's 130 crore is just 1.3 billion in India. He has a lot of fan following outside the world, maybe 2 billion, 3 billion, 4 billion, God knows, but then he's the man, the kind of people look up to him, right? So actor, film producer, television host, playback singer, former politician, all that. And in fact, just think, at the age of 52, he became bankrupt. When his company, Amitabh Bachchan Corporation Limited, just imagine a superstar becoming a bankrupt just because he floated a company, didn't go well. And then, after, setback, he made a comeback through the KBC. So 2000, and the rest is history, 20 years. And you could see that even different versions of KBC were, kind of were done. So Amitabh Bachchan then tried with Shah Rukh Khan, somebody else came. But again, people love him, right? So again, he's always a kind of a comeback that people say, okay, let's Amitabh Bachchan host the KBC. When we say KBC, this thing, it means Amitabh Bachchan. So thing is, can you make yourself sustainable for the next 40 years, 50 years? Can you be, acquiring the skills as go ahead in life? And can you be versatile enough to acquire more and more skills? So that is the key. Okay. So who has the control of your life? Yes, who has the control of your life?
Ourselves.
Absolutely. So that's the right answer. Very good. Thank you. So it's the you ultimately, who has to decide. You have the control. So statement is that, you do not have any control on which city you were born in, which family you were born in, which strata you were born in, which country you were born in. So you don't have any control. You're born in some family at some place, some city like that. Maybe somebody is born poor. But if you die poor, then I think it's your problem. Because once you are 18 and you have that kind of senses, and then you know from where you can acquire education, where you can acquire the skills, I think one should look at that. See, in today's world, even education, so many courses which are offered for free. You go to Google, I'm sure you are techies, you must be knowing it much more better here. There's so many courses offered by Google for free, and they give a certification to you at the end of the day. Digital marketing, so many things, security, and whatnot. You look at LinkedIn, you subscribe to that, you get a lot of certifications, LinkedIn, about all your technology and like that, right? So thing is, fault is not in our stars, especially at this age when you have crossed 18. Now it is your time to take the reins, in your hands. Now you cannot say, my parents, I was born in this family, I didn't have the access to these things. If in today's world, if a student says, I cannot do this because I do not have access to the resources, I do not buy in the statement. Today, you are such a lucky generation, such a connected generation, such a blessed generation, having the access to the knowledge, to the resources, to the learnings at your fingertips, sitting at your home. If a student having the access to all the things, if you cannot, kind of leverage this thing, there's nothing can be done. So thing is, this is the time for you to kind of leverage the access to the knowledge, access to the resources to your benefit. You look at Lagan. Have you watched this movie Lagan? How many of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you see the kind of, when this Amir Khan, when he formed the team, he was looking at multi-skilled people, somebody who could bowl well, somebody who could do a good fielding, somebody who could do a good batting, somebody who could run between the wickets very fast. So thing is, when you are working as a team in your company, you will see there are a mix of people, right? So thing is, even when you become managers, so thing is, you have to appreciate everybody's skills and play on the strengths of your team members, not on the weaknesses. You look at this, this hand, every finger has a different length altogether, but every finger has a different role to play. The thumb, you have this long length, small one, so dexterity, you hold the things and like that. So it's the way the thing is, in your team also, and you will find these occasions as you, grow in life, as you go ahead, work in your teams, right? So do appreciate every member and see what is it your friend, your best can do. Learn from him. Maybe your friend is good at technology, learn from him. Maybe you are good in communication, teach your friend. So it should be a, kind of a cohesive kind of learning, collaborative learn of environment. In today's world, today's VUCA world, as they say, collaboration is the way of working. You cannot work in isolation. And if you have to be successful, collaboration is the key. Companies, they collaborate. You will see mergers happening, acquisitions happening, right? Why do you think Byju's, has taken over by Akash, over to Akash Institute? Because they think they cannot work in isolation. Why Byju's has acquired White Hat Junior? Byju's could have been, been in isolation. Okay, I am Byju's. Okay, that's fine. I'm into this edutech industry, but you are kind of collaborating. You are taking acquisitions because you need to have the strengths, in terms of the classrooms, the physical thing provided by the Akash, the kind of rapport which they have built in the last 30-35 years, the kind of the following which they have. Maybe somebody who has studied in Akash now has become a father and he wants his son to get trained into Akash like that. So that's the way how it is. Okay. This guy, yes, who's this?
Sundar Pichai.
Sundar Pichai,
Sundar
yes.
Pichai.
The thing is, a guy from India, IIT Kharagpur, and the rest is history. The thing is, he's passionate about technology, and finally became the see, the thing is, when there's a nomination to become a global CEO, there are various people. You're not just one or two. You will have 3, 4, and there is going to be a competition. What the board would decide, but board decided to take over to Sundar Pichai. Passionate. So, thing is, all these elements, which he have common. So these are some common elements of successful people. They have determination, they are passionate, they are hardworking, they respect time, they respect people, they want to make difference to people's lives. Setback ka jawab comeback se denge. So just like Amitabh Bachchan, they rebound fast. So, you have to be just like come back. You have to rebound. So if you fail in something, come back again. So never stop making the effort, right? Never stop trying. Never say die attitude. That's the way. And they do not let the adversity to influence their success. They'll find a way out. They'll find a solution out. They're problem solvers. So they do not say a problem has come. What should I do? What should I not do? They put the thinking caps on. What can I do next? Can I take help of somebody? Can I, do search in Google? Can I, call somebody? Can I, ask my mentor? Can I ask calls? So they'll find out trying to create problem solver solutions. See the possibility in the tough times. Okay, so these are some of the common elements. Okay, so now moving on to this carpenter story. So the story of a carpenter. So it's like in US and all, the houses are built in the wood. So this story relates to a carpenter, who was working for his so-called a boss for 30 years, and his role was to build houses, those wooden houses which are there. So thing is, after 30 years, he went to his boss and he said, I want to retire. I've done it all 30 years. I have, kind of done it. So now I want to, retire. So his boss said, okay, before you leave, I will, give you one assignment. This is your last assignment, which I'll give it to you. And the assignment was to make a house. So this carpenter, he said, I've made thousands of houses in my life. So this is one last assignment, which I have got from my boss. Okay, let me do it. But, in this last assignment, he had somehow lost the fire, the passionate about, he just made it okay types. And, guess what happened? After the house was ready and the keys were there with the boss. So he was just standing outside the house and they both were just standing next to each other, the boss and this carpenter. Now this key of the house, the boss said and looked at him. He said, okay, see, you have worked with me and for me for 30 years. I thought of giving you a gift. So this house is a gift to you. Just imagine what thought must have gone to this carpenter's mind. If I wish I would have made this house as one of the best house, of my life. I wish I would have made this house as the best, whether it's a room or a top, the best looking house and like that, the best of the furnishing, the best of the, interiors, best of the exteriors, why not? But thing is, now this just remained a wish because he thought it was just the last assignment. So thing is, whatever the work that you are doing, you should have that kind of energy and the passion as if it's the last one. So if you are, or the first one, because when you are doing the first assignment, you're as passionate about. So your last assignment, whatever the day of the week, of the month, of the year, you should be as passionate about as you were on the day one of, joining the world, the corporate world. And you're so much energetic. Yes, I'm going to make a difference. So that energy and the enthusiasm, you have to carry it forward throughout, which is there. So some questions you need to kind of put the thinking cap on. Who am I? What is my dream? What is my goal? What is my motivation? What is the change I want to bring? What will I do to bring the change? When do I start? The thing is, you have to start now. You have to start today. If you delay it, then your success will get delayed. So it's like you're building the blocks for tomorrow, you're building it today. So the foundation or the dream which you have for your success, which is there for your tomorrow, it is going to be in today only. And the 40-day secret is anything which you want to practice. Let us say waking up in the morning, waking up at 6 a.m. If you do it for 40 days in sequence, it will become a habit. So practice any task for 40 days and that will become a habit. So that is the something. So these are some of the value pillars which you need to we need to take care in the job: integrity, trust, honesty, agility, learning attitude, and awareness. So integrity is like don't cross the red light when nobody is watching. Trust is you build it over the time. People build it over the time. So I trust you and you trust me, and people will observe you for some time and then you will develop trust. Honesty, whatever you do. Agility, we talked about. Learning attitude, always keep the thinking cap on and be aware what is happening around you. So it is not that don't be a frog in the well. We should always be arranged. Okay, what is my company, which industry I am in, what is happening in the industry, what is happening inside my company, not just limited to your team, but awareness about that. So essential strategies for your first job: embrace and new work that comes with it, manage it up, develop a positive attitude, adopt a learning mindset, establish a strong work ethic, respect the culture of the company you are in, manage your career, build your network, and that is where LinkedIn comes in. Connect with people. I could see some students connected, some of you connected even before the session. Create your own personal profile and go the extra mile. If in case your work or the job, it's not, they just take it as a calling and go ahead with that. Go to extra mile what you can do. Say yes to as many as opportunities that you get. And when you get something extra, don't think, additional work has come. That additional work is your learning opportunity. Get to know your team very well, ask questions, go to as many meetings as you can, set achievable short-term goals for yourself. This is my 3-month plan. This is my 6 months plan, and allow these to develop into your long-term goals. And attend your skip level meetings. In some organizations, you can meet manager's manager. If it is a part of the culture, try to do that. And get feedback early on. Every week, ask your manager, am I working? Any feedback for me? Is there something I need to improve technically? Is there, I need to improve on my, communication? Can you help me into that? Take help, seek help, connect, which is there. And few tips for, leading a successful and a fulfilling life. So, and this is for the job as well. So don't compare yourself with others. See, in the job, it will happen. Somebody will be performing well. Somebody will not be performing well. You may become a performer. So like that, never compare yourself. Your competition should be with yourself. How I can do better. This is the technology I need to learn. How can I do better? Take your job as a calling, not just a job. Oh, it's like 9 to 4. No, it's okay. You have to have it as a calling. There has to be a drive to it. There have to be passionate about it, right? Focus on your effort. And prioritize. This is an important task. This is an urgent task. Okay. So that is the way you plan your day. What is expected out of me? Ask the manager and deliver it on the task outcome consistently. Consistency is the key. There is no secret formula. People have to do hard work. No shortcuts to hard work. If you have expectations, do not have too much of expectations from others. You can have expectations from yourself. Compete with yourself. Okay. It reduces joy. Time is limited. See, the thing is, the fact of the matter is everybody is immortal, right? So there's a limited time span, 60, 70, 80, whatever. So there's a limited time frame which you have. One has to make the most of it, the best of it. Okay. And always be a student, lifelong student. And you will find that, almost there are people, CXOs level and all that, they keep on learning. Now just imagine if you spend 1 hour a day for the next 5 years, something which you're passionate about. Say, for example, you are a security consultant. Suppose you're passionate about, how I can be an expert in security. And you read articles, read a book, do some training, 1 hour a day. 365 hours in a year, multiplied for 5 years. Let us say how much, 1,500 hours of, and apart from your job and learning and training being provided by your company like that. Just imagine what an expert you can be in your area or your domain. So always be a lifelong, learner. Okay. Share your knowledge. So when you acquire knowledge, let us say as a team member, there was something you could grasp it fast, but not your team member. So share it with your team member, because the more you will share, it will enhance and enforce in your mind. So if you train somebody, you will ultimately, it will come back to you. Be a listening ear, help others. Believe in the best to happen, but one should be ready for the worst. What is the second, backup thing which I have? What can I do next? Uplift others. And in today's world, when we say work from home and all that, you need to take care of your health. See, one thing which I can, kind of share it with you. Your career graph can go like this. Okay, 3 lakh package, 5 lakh package, 10 lakh, 15 lakhs, 20, 25, 30, 35, 50. It is growing like this over the years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. It is growing like this up. But in terms of your health, when your age is 20, it should, go always up. You should be at least having a good health. It should not go like this. The package is going like this upside and your health coming down, down, down. So the money which you have acquired, that 20, 30, 40, you'll pay to the doctor. This is not what we want, right? So there has to be a balance between your work which is there and the time which you're giving to your body, to your mind, to your spirit. So do exercise, take some time, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, but give it the time to your body. Give time to your body, give your time to body, mind, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is. Because ultimately, a healthy mind in a healthy body is the one you can, work hard and achieve. So if you have to be successful, you'll find all the people which are there, they take care of themselves. If you look at even Amitabh Bachchan, every day is going to be on the treadmill, going to run and take care of himself, because if he knows it very well. If he has to perform, he has to be back at work. Only when he is healthy enough, he can go back to work, even at the age of 77 or 80, like that. So these are some things which are, very important for one to be. And this is the fact of the matter, that you only fail when you stop, trying. So that is which is there. And before, we move on to the next, I would like to show you one video, and then, we will kind of move on to this thing. So this video, this is one of my, favorite ones, and this is about by a person called as Danny McCaskill. And he is the one, he in fact, he travels onto the mountains and all, with the so-called the bike. So let me just share this with you here. And do confirm to me in case you are getting the audio. Are you able to hear? Can you confirm?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so
Growing up in Skye, the Coolins for me have always been a very inaccessible place. There's an incredible knife edge ridge that runs right the way along the top of them. And I've always wondered whether it'd be possible for me to ride my mountain bike up there.
What a voice, what a voice, what a voice I hear. It's like the voice of my beloved dear. But thy heart wings
Okay, so this was the video by Danny McCaskill. So if I ask you this question, that what are the various elements that have come up which you can think of in terms of the values or skills, so you can unmute yourself and tell me about that, because I can see there are various elements which come up as a part of this particular video.
Yes, even though how many hurdles if we came in our path
Yes,
where we want to reach, if we have a spirit and courage determination to reach that particular place, we can go through it.
absolutely. Yes, anybody else? Thank you very much. Anybody else who would like to tell about some value or skill? What is it that some things which come up which we have discussed till now?
Passion, if someone want to follow their passion, they do
Yes.
not care about the hurdles or anything, like any obstruction which comes in their path. So I think passion
Absolutely.
is the
Okay, yes, keywords coming out, passion here, absolutely. Anybody else? Anything else which comes up? Okay. Yes, anybody who would like
The
to?
zeal to follow their dreams.
Zeal, yes, the zeal to follow the dream. Excellent. Okay, yes, anybody else who would like to add to these, value systems? Yeah.
If you have the determination to do something, then no matter what hurdles and obstacles comes your way, you just go it and do it.
Yes, go ahead. Nike is this thing, just do it, which is the punchline of like Nike here. So not promoting the brand, but just, kind of using this as an example here. So just do it. So that's the kind of thing. In fact, as you can see, so yes, to add on to the some pointers here, the risk taking ability. So, going to that mountain at that height, it's a very high risk. So, but the thing is, if you have to travel to that and you have to create a differentiator for yourself, that there are no 10 types of Danny McCaskill. He's one, right? One of the one. So you have to take the ability to take risks is also come into play, and ability to take calculated risk. So as you can see that when he was on the top, he was wearing a parachute as well. So thing is, you have to take risks in life, but yes, it has to be a calculated risk. It has to be. You have to be passionate about. Then focus on that. So when you are working on learning how to move your bike on the mountains, so you'll be learning it over the time. So taking up to the skill, learning, falling down, then again coming up back to shape, as we say, setback ke baad come back. So which is the thing. So various things and determination. Yes, the value system that I am determined, come what may, I am going to kind of do that, which is there. So there are a lot of value systems which we kind of talked about in today's session, and which is there. And one last slide, I think. So any questions you have before we kind of move on to the last one? That is all about sharing my details, but then if any questions you have, I open this house for any questions, any suggestions, anything that comes to your mind, I'll be happy to answer to each one of you. Yeah, go ahead. Any question that comes to your mind, anything you want to talk about, something? Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, can you suggest any books regarding to reading, learning? I mean, like you said, Missile Man of India about Abdul Kalam ji.
Yes, yes.
Like you suggest any books?
Yeah, definitely. So, there are so many books by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So like one is The Wings of Fire, which is there. And then there is, 7 Habits of the Most Effective People. So this is by Dale Carnegie. So that again, which you can kind of read that book, Habits of the Most Effective People, which is there. Thing is, so you have to look at books from the people who have been there and have established a mark with themselves. Like even from this Indira Nui, she has an autobiography. So I'm sure if you will type in Google, you will find a book by her. So you can read that one. It is very inspirational, by Indira Nui. Then book again by the founders of the Google, which is there. Again, they have a book by them. So on this, that how did they founded Google? What were the challenges initially which came into being, like that? So you can read that book. So if you look at the people who have made a mark in their life, like say Sundar Pichai or the founders of Google, or by Steve Jobs, like that. So you can, kind of search a bit onto that, and I'm sure you will find it which are useful for you, especially at this, stage of your time. In fact, there are books, which are available on Amazon or many other, platforms per se, which talks about the first 90 days in your organization. So there are books who will talk about and tell you about that, how you should, plan your first 90 days or the first job, like that. So you can read about those books, and I'm sure that will be very helpful to you. Yes, any other? I hope that answers the next question. So
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
thank you. Yes, anybody else? I could see, I think Gayatri was unmuting, so I thought maybe there's a question by her. So, okay. Anybody else?
Actually, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, it's a doubt for me that actually I had come up with a cybersecurity piece, and now in Standard Chartered Bank, I'm working in artificial intelligence and machine learning domain. I have a little bit knowledge on coding, but now I'm learning it. But I'm getting struggle that why actually. So I'm from a cybersecurity domain. I thought to feel like okay, getting tools and finding out the vulnerability is something else. But now I'm including in AI domain where I need to learn coding, Python. So it's somewhat a little bit struggling, but I'm trying to learn. Can you suggest me to think more about it and to understand it, like advices?
Okay. Yeah, so I think, I take it. Thank you for your question here. I see it from this perspective, what Gayatri has said, that, I had maybe, studied a particular skill and I joined an organization. Now there's another skill. So my suggestion, in fact, to Gayatri and everybody would be, so see, whatever is the opportunity that you are, getting to learn. So let us say if a training is being organized or some sessions are being conducted, or even if, you have to kind of do it on your own. So just keep this, learning cap on, and see whether there are some, these technical sessions available. Let us say for you to kind of read, learn yourself, which is self-learning. The second is if you can take help from your colleagues around, those who are maybe who know that technology, AI, like that. And third is from your manager. You must be having a team leader in place. So go and meet often and say, this is the area, I'm struggling with. Can you help me with that? So seek help. And I'm sure that, and the thing is, especially in a technology enabled, platform, which is there. So you need to keep on constantly, adding on to the skills. Just imagine when I joined IT, HTML, CSS, and then I was put into a project where I had to learn Cold Fusion, and I was, established as a Cold Fusion expert when I was in the front of the client. So thing is, and then the technologies keep on changing, and even 20-year-old who are in the technology sector, even though they may be into a people management role, but now still they need to understand and see technology. Let us say they are having a team of 200 people under them, and there's who are working on, say, Hibernate or any other technology. You can't say I'm a project leader and I don't know anything about that. So even after 20 years, you need to keep on constantly learning. So I think with these things, like say some few of my opinion and suggestions here, one is self-help, which is self-learning. Second is, use whichever of the modes and the ways you can learn, the technology portals or learning which are there provided to you and which you can access it through Google, different platforms. Seek help when it is required, from where you can get that. I'm sure with these kind of a framework whereby you seek support and you can help, and be open to learn new technology if it comes in place. Yes, you may be kind of about this thing. Yeah. So I hope that.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yes, I understand.
Sure. Thank you. Anybody else? I think any question coming to your mind you want to talk about, not just technology, but something maybe you want to keep it a generic question. Maybe it can be for all per se. Okay, so I think it is the time to show this, the slide here. So this is the slide. I kind of keep myself open for any kind of a counseling which is there, which requires So this is my email address, subodhsaluja@gmail.com. And in fact, if required later on, also Deepak and the team can share the mobile number. I'm there on LinkedIn. So the thing is, you can connect, and if there's any support required, one can just ping in a message. And generally, I keep Saturdays for discussion in the evening. So in case somebody wants to maybe talk, discuss, or orientation sessions, so we're most welcome, which is there. All right, so okay, so just I'm sharing back. I hope, and this information can be shared by Deepak also. All right, so
Thank you, Subodh.
yeah,
Thank
so
you for your
sure,
time today.
Yeah, so
And
so just one line, Deepak, before I end.
Yeah.
I mean, with your permission. So I would like to thank each one of you here who have been a patient listener. In fact, thanks to Deepak and the team, Standard Chartered, who gave me this opportunity. I find it so much of being fortunate enough, and so pleasure to be with you all. Gratitude. Thank you so much. Over to you, Deepak. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Subodh, so much for your time today, and helping all of us with really helping us to find out that it's all inside us. We need not look
Absolutely.
here, search there, rest. Everything can be done on Google. But if I'm
Absolutely.
finding myself, then I think I have to do an internal search of me first, and
Sure.
think that what extra can I do, what that zeal of learning should come from inside me only. It's not that anybody else would come and push me, anybody else
Absolutely.
would come and push me, right? So the point
Absolutely
is
rightly said.
that hopefully I'm looking forward that all our young interns, they would actually look forward to the session that you have done, the tips, the suggestions, the talisman that you have given to us. That first of all, search yourself. Are you a barrier? Are you a barrier for yourself?
Absolutely.
Yes. The hot weather can be a barrier. The cold weather can be a barrier. The mountain peak can be a barrier. But the
Absolutely.
barrier of my will is only myself. The
Absolutely.
barrier for my will is only myself. Those
Only
external
myself.
factors cannot be a barrier for me. So, guys, once again, wishing you all the best. I've also shared, a motivational video on your respective WhatsApp group. Please also see that video, inspired by Subodh's little video, because when I saw that video first time, I myself cried. So that is, I will also share with you, Subodh, separately. So
Sure,
that
sure.
video teaches you. I know there will be decisions that I will take, people will laugh on me, but then do I have in myself to carry forward and not to be bothered about what others say? How am
Absolutely.
I confident? Am I confident? Am I confident to do it? Just do it.
Absolutely.
As Nike and Subodh says, just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Simple, as simple
Absolutely.
mantra of my principle. But yes, as he had cited out example of Amitabh Bachchan, that respect your time and respect others' time. It's unfortunate one of our colleagues could not join us in this discussion, but what to do, what we can do. There will be glitches in life, but we need to be better prepared to overcome those glitches. So once again,
Absolutely.
thanking you for your time. Thank you, Subodh, for your time. I'll be sharing with all of you this recording as well, where you can see the presentation, the tips from Subodh, and hopefully, we'll be looking forward to connect with Subodh also on some different topic of discussion, right? So till then, keep yourself evolving, keep your minds open, try to learn as much as possible because you are young, your minds are sharp, you don't have much other tensions which Subodh and me are, having. You can see the gray hairs of Subodh and myself also.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
thankfully, that's not the case with you guys right now. So your ultimate job right now is to learn, expand your horizon, learn, make every single second in your life count after your office is done. Utilize your
Absolutely.
weekends, as Subodh said, dedicate an hour of learning, try a new skill. Gayatri, you said that you are finding challenge learning in AI. There are so many videos available on YouTube. Go and find out, go and do a search. If you still do not feel satisfied, talk to your mentor who taught you the course program. Maybe she or he, they can help you out. They can connect you to a mentor, but its first step should be taken by you. Then somebody will be there to help you. First step,
Yes,
all
sir.
of you
Yes.
should take. Right? See, nobody other than your parents, nobody is going to give you this advice because I am not getting your salary. Subodh is not getting your salary. Not even your SEB bank is. They are giving you salary, but you are not going to give that credit into our accounts. So if you succeed tomorrow, the trophy which somebody of you shared in the group, if you yourself are going on stage tomorrow getting that trophy, then I think that will be the ultimate satisfaction for me and Subodh to see all youngsters, rising to the second level and doing a step better than what we did. So that is the message that I would like, leave you, and thanking you, Subodh, for this wonderful session today. So thank you, Subodh, and thank
Thank
you
you
all
so
our
much, dear.
participants.
Thank you.
Thank you
Pleasure.
so much. Okay, so I'll be sending
you
the
very
link to
much.
you, and you can also see the session again, the recording again, in case you feel that you missed out some part because of network connectivity. And also, whenever you feel that your chips are down, whenever you feel that you are running out of spirit, running out of gas, please do visit and see recording of Subodh. You will find out a way. You will find out a solution, and I'm sure you will again regroup yourself with the same spirit that you are showing today after the discussion, or that we are having today after the discussion.
Absolutely,
Okay.
Deepak. So these,
Thank you,
yes.
Subodh.
So these white hair guys are there to support you all. So thank you, Deepak. Thank you very much, dear.
Okay. Thank you all. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
sir.
See you soon.
Thank you,
Bye,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.